Order filled. order filled. 43 people watching. No one said anything. Everly just followed and she said something. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid. Well, we got a trade and it's a winner. I feel like an idiot. I've been streaming for an hour and didn't even unmute myself. I was about to say, I didn't move my stops up to swing low on the 1. For you, because you're on the 5 minute, you would ignore that. But if you hear me, I'm out, it's because I've moved my stops up to the swing low. Just because it just broke structure to the upside, swept liquidity before it moved up, so I think it should be a good spot to move my stop loss up. That it shouldn't come back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like for your 5 minute, you might not want to do it. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, I think for me, I only have one MNQ. I think I've locked in the middle. Right? So we're almost to 100 points on this trade that we first took. Very close. Thank you, Everly. I'm stoked to have you here. I'm stoked that this is your first time watching. I'm currently trading micro Nasdaq. So MNQ is the ticker. Yeah, we had our model play out. I trade what's called the unicorn. I just recently finished building out my model for it the way I like to trade it, and I've been practicing. So the model's been working, but I've been messing up the model, which just caused me to have a red week. But today, I felt like I executed, didn't mess up the execution. I've been making sure I hit the proper TPs. I've been making sure I trail stops the proper way. So I feel better today. I made the model over the weekend, and so this is my first 5 days using the model live, and so we're getting the tweaks now, and I feel like today I executed the best I've executed yet. Today's definitely the best day I've executed so far on this and for once I'm in a trade that's winning, once it hits first CP, it goes to break even. Then after that, we trail either swing lows on 1 minute or 5 minute order blocks, whichever's come first. Are you new on Twitch? No, I've been streaming on Twitch for, I don't even know how long. It's been a while. It's been a while. Like seriously streaming on Twitch, I would say it's been 8 months, like really, really trying to do well on Twitch. But I've been streaming probably over a year on Twitch. It's been slow growth for sure. Twitch is hard to grow. I feel like the only way you grow on Twitch is if you have clippers. And I don't have clippers. All right, almost to 100 points. Almost to 100 points. Should hit. I think you're gonna hit for sure. Well, I think the fact that you hit to the 5 minute discount range and you're still in your value gaps is a good sign that this is really how probably honestly, I just try to be consistent. One of the big things I've changed with my Twitch is longer streams. So before I was streaming like only 2 hours on Twitch. Then I had a conversation with some of my partner affiliates, and he gave me some great tips on what some of his biggest affiliates do on Twitch. And he was telling me you need to up your hours. And so now my hours on Twitch, I'm doing like 4, sometimes 7-hour streams on Twitch, and that's actually helped a lot in my growth. That's what's gotten me to like, I think I'm almost at 100 Twitch followers, and that's actually been where it actually helped a lot. It's just putting longer streams on. not doing such short streams. Nice, nice. Okay, we almost hit 100 points. Boom. This trade just hit 100 points. Let's go. I love it. You can't hear me? Oh, the music's way up. Sorry. Oh man, I totally messed up my stream today. Music was way up. Mic was muted. Oh man, I messed it up today. I was so focused. Sorry, I was focused on the trading and executing my trades. I forgot to like adjust everything. Sorry about that. That's probably way better now. You lose bad, yeah. I'm gonna move stops up a little bit for me, just keep trailing this. Might even go up a little higher. I'll leave it right there for now. I haven't gotten a 5-minute order block in a minute. Oh. You will be, I will tell you, you will be profitable doing that. It's just over time, and you get the buffer before you blow your account. That's the thing. It's like you're gonna be, you would need a lot. You'd want like 10K or more. Yeah. Yeah. So if you went on a winning streak, like you took 6-7 trades in a row, winning, you never lost in a row. Like you might get there, but you have that one losing trade within that streak, you potentially will ruin everything. Yeah. 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 Sure, Everly, I'd love to hear it. The best way to describe it, Anthony, is if it's say your average win to loss is 2. That means for every 1 win, 2 losses can't beat 1 win. Now, if your win to loss or your average win to loss of trade is less than 1, that means your losses outweigh your winners. So you'll never beat your losses. So if you go on losing streaks, you'll never beat it. You'll always lose. So you want your average win to loss to be at least like 1.95, fine, but you would ideally want like 2 or more, 2 or higher. So like my unicorn, it's a 1.94 on the average win to loss, but my profit factor is like 5. which is really good. So it balances out. I haven't heard about Twitch embedding, Everly, no. That was a good day too for me. I need this 5-minute order block, dude. I've been trailing stops up a little bit here and there, but I need this 5-minute order block so I can move it way up. That I think that would lock me in 100 points. 88. No. Oh, your entry. Yeah. It makes sense when you add to your position, but when you take TPs, it doesn't make sense at all. There's no fair value yet to invert yet to the downside. They're way below us. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Discord. You can type it in the chat, exclamation Discord, and that's my Discord. Everly. No. So the first ERL, it's 193.5 points, so. Dude, holy smokes. Yeah, you can change any color you want. Yeah. I'm about to move my stops up soon if it breaks the high there to 88.25 points. That's sick. I'm up $208 on one MNQ. Let's go. Nice. Nice. Oh, realize I'm up 194.25. Unrealized I'm up 200. So I'd be over I'd be like almost a $400 day. It doesn't outweigh yesterday, but still it's a great trade. No, yesterday was a $550 day. Yeah. Come on, give us a 5-minute order block here. Wait, you're funded? Your funded account? Oh. Oh. Got it. Yeah, you definitely can trade that way if you want. I just want you to know the risk. You can full port your account every day if you want. Nope. Nope. You just ruin your consistency as soon as you do that. You gotta stay the same. You pick. Once you pick, you cannot go back. That's why I'm like, once you pick 3NQ, you're stuck. And as soon as you change, they're not paying you out. They will not pay you out. Yeah, but lit. I just traded 3 MNQ and made, I'm up 200 bucks. I'll be up over $300 for the day with 3 MNQ. Like so to put it in perspective, if you want to max out your payout, and because you can get paid out every 8 days, if you want to max out that payout, all you need is $250 in profit a day. That's all you need. And that's maxing out your payout of $2,000 per account. Yeah, I am. Yeah, but I trade 8 days. So 5 on Monday through Friday, then another 3 Monday to Wednesday. But you have to, if you do not keep that consistency rule, they don't care if you made $10,000, $20,000, $50,000. They will not pay you out because you did not keep consistency. I think it's 8 trading days, like 8 days of trading. No, 8 days of trading. Yeah. And so all you need is $250 or more, and you can do that with 3 MNQ. And with 3 MNQ, you don't ever risk blowing your account. It would take a lot of losses to blow your account. Like, I've been on a losing streak for the past 8 days doing this model, and I still haven't blown a single funded account. With 3 MNQ, you would have blown every single funded account you've ever passed, and then you'd had to try to get new ones. I don't know, I might get stopped out here. Oh well. If I get stopped out, I still make 300, almost 400 bucks. Oh, you are? Oh. Yeah, I was gonna get stopped out. You'll still be green for the day at least, though. Oh.
Stop filled.
Stop filled. Let's go. Bam. $316.30 for the day. Let's go. I should have had a funded account, but I freaking messed it up. Oh my gosh. That was a great trading day. That was a great way to end the week. Huh? Are you sure it's fresh? And you're down 100 bucks? Maybe refresh it? Maybe log out and log back in? Is it inverting? Just so you guys know, I'm done for the day. Nice, good job, Anthony. 3 trades and you got it funded and you're like, I'm done. That's good. Good discipline. We were able to get 120.5 points though on that trade. I think next time I'm just gonna take full TP at 100 points. It probably will. Probably create a 5-minute order block here. Watch. Okay. I recommend doing 3 MNQ, but you could do different if you want. I can give you my scaling model that'll show you like the whole scaling model of what you can do. It'll literally scale you up to 100 MNQ. It's like you will get to size. It just takes time. Yeah, it's just you got to be patient with it. Because 100 MNQ is 10 NQ, and you've never traded with 10 NQ, like really. And so like that's where you can make. Because once you scale up to that, then once you get 30 trading days, you've taken, you've had 30 green days. Then once you get to that point, you can take your payouts of any amount. Now you're not locked into $2,000 in profit. You can take any amount of profit out of your account. So your goal is like just make the bare minimum to get the 2K in profit, or to make the 2K payout. Then once you get that 2K payout, you've grown the buffer enough to then when you're eligible to take as big of a payout as you want, you can take bigger payouts. And then you have the buffer to trade with size too. And you have the consistency that's been sticking with you throughout the account. So it just is there to like set you up for success. Here, I'll share you the doc right now. MNQ, yeah. So you would change your chart to MNQ instead of NQ. You can. That's 10 MNQ. So you would just trade 10 MNQ instead of 1 NQ, because then you could take partial TPs. Things when you trade 1 NQ, you can't do partial TPs. MNQ. Yeah. Like there's no rush. There's no rush. Yeah. I'll be right back. Oh. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Hello? Oh, did Zachary leave? Okay. I'm done trading, so... Oh, you're talking about the size? Yeah. Good. Good morning, Nate. You're good, dude. You're good. I heard you've been going through something. You gotta deal with some things. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you want to. Are you comfortable telling me or not? Okay. Good. Caught a banger trade this morning. Like, I finally didn't mess up today. Yeah. Anthony got account funded. I would have got an account funded, but I forgot to switch it to NQ. So I didn't make enough on it, but would have. Yeah, he got another one. Yeah, he got 2 more. Yeah. So see ya. Yeah. No, we just finished. I just got stopped out like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, this trade doesn't look big, but it was 120.5 points. The move this morning, the first move that Anthony caught this morning was, where's the opening? It was right here. It was like almost 300 point move on a short. Yeah. So from up here to down here, 296.25 points. Yeah, it was huge. It was a good day. Yeah, it was a good day. He did the IFVG, so the one that we were doing yesterday together. I did the unicorn smack. Zachary was doing, I think Zachary did the unicorn and IFVG, and he caught this move up. And then Anthony, I think, was just doing IFVG today. Yeah. I don't think he said he got an account, but I think he's only doing funded accounts right now. I could be wrong. I don't think he. Yeah, you would have gotten it. You'll get it though. Monday will come. Fridays aren't usually the greatest day. Like they get good trades, but not like, this is kind of unusual to get 130, almost 120.5 point move on a Friday is kind of like unusual. Where Monday, like, we good. Yeah, no. Yeah, you just show up every day. Because the thing with this Friday though is it's NFP. So it was NFP and PMI today. Those are days you don't want to miss. Non-farm payroll is like an excellent day to trade. Yeah, these are like the days that people wait for all year, like NFP, FOMC, CPI. Those are like the 3 that people really like to trade, and today was NFP. Yep. Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to do another Sunday call like we did last week at 6? All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it on Sunday. I'll schedule it, and okay, it'll be at 6, Anthony. That's what we did last time. Where are you? You're Idaho? Oh yeah, so 7 p.m. your time. Yeah. Basically what I do during the call, like what I did last week, is I taught them pre-market analysis. So we'll probably go do more pre-market analysis teaching, and then dive into some concepts, like if we have more time too. So it's just teaching you guys stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Because my goal is that you do that 2-hour call and it sets you up for new learning for the week. So like you have these new things that I taught you and you can like use them all week. And like find it while you're trading throughout the week. It's a really good way to learn. Yeah. Do like maybe watch some more of those YouTube videos and then bring any of your questions and stuff to that Sunday call, and then we can dive into like all your guys' questions. Yes, do that. Same with you, Anthony. Make sure you sign all that stuff, get them paid, and yeah, I just do it now. It's on your mind. Just get it over with. Yeah, do it. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, stream. That's it for the day. That was a great day. Great way to end the week. This week has been a little rough just because I'm learning this strategy, trying to master the model, and I had some mistakes. We didn't end the week green, but hey, a win's a dub, a profit's profit. We got a dub back in the count. So, and it was a really good one. 120.5 points is an excellent trade. I'm very, very happy with that. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about at all. So very, very, I'm very pleased with that. So I hope you guys are enjoying the streams. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. And I hope you are learning something too, like as I teaching other people and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. So the next stream won't be until Monday, at market open. Here, let me get this. The next stream won't be until Monday at market open, so 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, that's it. Let's see Monday. Let's see next week. Do we got some? Here, let me go back to my live scene. Let me see what our week looks like in regards to Red Folder News next week. It's the first week of August. We get a fresh month. Okay, so we get to mark out monthly highs and lows, see where those are at. We get to mark out fresh week too, so for weekly highs and lows. Okay, so we got PMI and unemployment claims. So next week isn't going to be anything crazy. PMI is at market open just about 30 minutes after, so we'll see how next week is. Not much red folder news, so it might not be that crazy. What about the second week? Second week is CPI. That's going to be a good week. That'll be a good week to trade. Third week, FOMC, PMI. Fourth week, GDP. All right, nice. And then last week of August. Okay, and my birthday is the third week of August. So hopefully on that my birthday I can get a dub. But yeah, all right, everyone. Let's get back to the chatting scene. I highly recommend you guys go into my links in my bios and stuff. Go check out what I got. I recommend that you guys get the TradeZella. If you're a trader and you're trying to really take this seriously, you're trying to become profitable, one of the biggest things that has helped me is TradeZella. So it's one of my links in my bio. I am an affiliate for them, so I do benefit from this link. I just want to make that clear. But it's a trading journal, and I can back test, I can mark all my trades, I can put my trades in there and do journaling. I can one thing I'm looking forward to in the future, I want to be able to add mentorees. So I have spots for mentorees. So if any of you guys would like to pay for me to mentor you, where you can submit trades, you can submit your analysis, you can submit things, then I review them and I can give you guys feedback right through the software. And so it's a really cool software to use. I highly recommend it. Go check out TradeZella. Go use it and start journaling your trades. If you don't want to pay for it, you don't want to do TradeZella, I understand that. You don't want to pay for it. Do it with paper. Like, get a notebook and it's your trading journal and write down, okay, today what happened? We had a unicorn setup. We had inverse fair value gap, whatever your model's called. What were your mistakes that you made? What were your successes that you did? What were your what confused you? What didn't confuse you? what did you read right, what did you read wrong, all that stuff. And just journal that, because the more you journal, the more you cannot make the same mistakes again, and the more you can remember the successes you had to make the money that you needed to. So I highly recommend trade journaling. I prefer TradeZella because it makes it super nice. I can link my TradeEvade accounts into it. It auto updates the trades I took for that day, auto updates my P&L for the day and the weeks and the months. And then you can see over time, what's my win rate, what's my profit factor, what's my average win to loss, what's my Zella score, what's my day win percentage. And it gives me really good data to have as a trader, because you want to have this. So for me, with this current unicorn model, I'm sticking to it for 3 months straight. I'm not changing this. The only thing I would change potentially is the time frame I enter my unicorns on, but right now I'm really liking the 1 minute. I really like this setup that I have. I think it's really great. Yeah, I want to stick to this for the next 3 months and see what's the data I get in the next 3 months. Am I profitable? Am I unprofitable? Am I break even? Am I winning? Like, what's my average win to loss? What's my profit factor as I'm doing it on my own, actually live trading the market? So I love it. Go check out TradeZella, link in my bio. Also, go check out BLOFIN. BLOFIN is where I do all my crypto trading, all my crypto futures trading. I'm currently building out my model for the $500 to $1 million challenge. We are still trading the $500 to $1 million challenge. We have an Ethereum and Solana position open right now. Our Bitcoin position got stopped out at around 230% profit. Our Ethereum position's up over 1,000% in profit, and our Solana position just opened this week, so it's pretty much at like break even or maybe a little negative. Let's see. Here, I'll show you right now. What's my Solana position is in the negative, but it's like negative, what is this? $6, so it's pretty much at break even. We entered on this in this fair value gap on the weekly time frame. I saw that we barely broke structure here on the weekly time frame. I'm hoping we either hold this fair value gap and don't target this ERL down here, this swing low. So that's where my stops are at. Stops are at swing low. Hopefully we can hold that level and then continue up to break this high. We wanted to break this high. First TP on this one will probably be all the way up here. So this is the position. Let me get the position set up. This is kind of our weekly time frame position right now. Boom. I'll probably actually take first TP at 2R right there. So that's 2R. Boom. And then boom. So second TP will be ERL all the way up there at all-time highs. So I'm hoping that this weekly, I'm liking the way the weekly has created a higher low, broken structure on these highs here. I'm hoping that we can kind of hold and not invert this fair value gap here, but we'll see. It is Friday. It's not looking great on this fair value gap. We have this order block here. That's a big order block here too. So hopefully this can hold and then it can push up and break above the ERL up there. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the Solana one plays out. Here's our Ethereum position. Our Ethereum position's up very nicely. We're almost to our next TP, which is this ERL up here. And then after that, it's almost to all-time highs. All-time highs are 48, right? Like 48. Let's see. What is Ethereum all-time high? 4721.07. 4721.07. I don't think that's, I think it was higher than that, but whatever. That'll be our next one. 4721.07. That will be our next TP, and then from there we'll just kind of trail Ethereum stop losses on this one's more 3-day. I guess we could do 1 day. So I'll trade lows that are formed as it's moved up, like either 3-day or 1 day. let's see, one day, where's my stops at right now? Oh, this order block. Okay. Yeah. So I think we're at a good spot. Yeah, I'm happy with Ethereum. It's got me a great trade. So bye, love you. Yeah. All right, stream, I'm gonna head out.